All right, folks, Spanish 2 students. Hoy es el 20 de abril y también hoy es lunes, el primer día de la semana. La primera cosa gramatical que tenemos que revisar es los irregulares. We're talking about irregulars today in the preterite tense, specifically in this case, what we call the I to Y rule. For example, if you look at the verb leer, leí, that makes sense. We've got iste, io, imos, ises, ieron. So leí makes sense. With two, leíste makes sense because again, iste, io. But this one right here does not make sense. So why not? Normally, you would think that it would be L, E, and then it would be YO. The difficulty is, in this particular case, what we have here is we've got a Y. And why the Y? Well, the truth is, it's called a three vowel rule, and you can't ever have three vowels in a row. So what do? They swap the I out for a Y, and they do that in order to preserve the pronunciation. So before it would have been leio, leio, and then this one is leyo. Very similar. But the thing is, you're not going to see that just once. So leímos, back to normal. Leísteis, again, iste, io, imos, ises, and then ieron. Again, it would have been L-E-I-E-R-O-N, but instead they swapped out the I for a Y. Not just true in this particular one. As you can see, construir is the other verb you guys know that acts this way. Construir, iste, io. But again, I to Y swap out. Construyó, construimos, construices, and then construyeron. Again, folks, this is the I to Y. We're not going to make a big deal of this. This is not very important in the grand scheme of things. It's not that common, but it is something that was reviewed in this chapter, so it's something we're going to go over. Nevertheless, we got to prep you for Spanish 3. Moving forward, here's another one though. Is the car Zar, and here in Spanish too, we like to use the phrase "yo yo yo car Zar." I normally would have a little dance for you for this one. That's incredibly hood, as the kids say. It might even be lit, but nevertheless, what we've got are spelling changes, much like the I to Y, in order to preserve the pronunciation. So let's look at the first one, buscar. That's where we get the car, is the car right here at the very end. Buscar, to search or to look for. See, normally you would be B-U-S-C and then E. A, aste, O, amos, haces, arron. However, this does not work for us. Why not? Well, probably guessed it, but this is actually pronounced buse. And buse, buscaste, busco, it doesn't go. And the reason why it doesn't go is because we need to preserve the pronunciation of the consonant. We need a hard C. Well, the only way to make a hard C here is to swap it out for a QU. Busqué, buscaste, buscó, buscamos, buscasteis, and buscaron. Hopefully you recognize that this flows a little bit better. So again, as you can see with the deduction of this rule, is the C becomes a QU, busque, in any car verb in the preterite tense. But that's not the only one. We've got gar. And so in this case, we're going to use pagar. So the G becomes a GU in order to make that G hard. So we've got that G sound. So in this case, we've got pagué, pagaste, pagó, pagamos, pagaseis, and then pagaron. Same endings that you've always known, but do notice that this would have been pahe if you had left that G alone. The U makes it a hard G, so it's got that G sound. Otherwise, it would have had almost like an H sound. Paje, that would not have gone, and the reason why, and you see this anytime we're using the word like página, page, that would work. So anyways, pagué, pagaste, pagó, pagamos, pagasteis, and then pagaron. And the last one is a little bit harder to pick up if you're an English speaker, and that's because it's not a grand difference between the two. But this, if left with a Z, it would have been empecé. And we're not looking for a Z sound like a Zach, like my name. Instead, we're looking for a S sound like you guys associate S's. So we've got empecé, empezaste. Anytime an A follows a Z, it's like a S instead of a Z. So we've got empezó, empezamos, empecéis, and then empezaron. Empecé,